everyone. So if you didn't watch my video that I used this Sassy Dyes Love dye, Sassy Dye Love Dyes, that's funny. All right. If you didn't watch that video, it's linked right here so you can see that. This is the negative that was left over from what I cut out, and this is watercolor paper. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm totally gonna use that. I'm not gonna throw that away. That's awesome. So I wanted to do this fun distress ink tutorial with you to use up some scraps that I might have thrown away, but I'm not. Okay, so I have 3 colors here that I'm going to be using: Worn Lipstick, Squeeze Lemonade, and Picked Raspberry. So I'm just going to start with my Squeeze Lemonade. So we're just going to take this and blend in some awesome color. That's not sticking down very well, is that? Just has some removable adhesive. So, gotta kind of hold that while I go over it. And since this is watercolor paper, I want to really, really saturate this color, like super saturate it. And it's not smooth cardstock, so it's a little bit more work to get a really good coverage, but you can always just take your pad, like kind of like how I am, and just smash it in there instead of like rubbing in circles like this. You can do that also, but I find that sometimes just smashing and twisting at the same time works better on watercolor paper. I've just never used it before. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm loving this. Ah, moving. Smash it down, baby, smash it down. I want this pink really bright. And then when you want to blend, kind of blend the yellow a little bit. But I don't want the yellow like gone. So lightly touch that. Give this some pow. And then Worn Lipstick. Next, I have a mini mister, but I don't want the mist to be like super fine on this. I want it to be more blotty. And because I have laid down so much color, this will totally work. So I'm just taking my lid off of my water thing here. This was like an old Stampin' Up! Rubber cleaner. And I am just flicking some big droplets. And you can even touch bigger ones if you want them down really super big. Okay, so now I'm just going to dry it with my heat gun. Okay, so I have this awesome new set. This is from the AlleyWayStamps.com. It is called Try Me. It has all these awesome triangles on it. I'm going to be using this sentiment here. It says Lucky. And then I also have one that says In from a different stamp set that I'm going to be using also for the background. Yeah, okay. So I just decided this. I'm also going to be using these 3 little triangles right here. Yeah. Okay, so it just says Lucky In 3 little triangles. Okay, so I'm just taking this embossing buddy and going over the whole front of the card. Because I really don't want it to stick anywhere but where I want it. And then a little bit of Post-it tape here. Just going to find kind of like a center Okay, so I'm just going to use some Versamark ink here. And you can start at the top or the bottom. I'm going to start at the bottom because it's closer to me. And I am just repeating the pattern. All right, when it gets to this point, this is when you have to decide whether or not you're going to just keep going or put your embossing powder on. This embossing powder is from WOW and it's called White Puff Powder. Never used it, but I thought it looked cool, so I'd try it. Okay, so there it is. It almost feels like a liquid applique, so it's super cool. So it has like, even has like super texture to it. Let's see if you can see it. There you go. So the back of the card just says Lucky In. I highly recommend this. If you guys do not have this, it's the WOW White Puffy Powder WP01. So awesome. Okay, so next I have this piece here. I'm just going to take some foam squares.
Is that on record right now?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I just put foam adhesive all over the back of this, and Liberty is just going to quickly take those off for me. Okay, before placing this down, I just realized that I think I want to have some sort of element on it besides just the paper and stuff. So I'm going to take some trendy twine, and this is the totally white twine. So I'm just going to take some trendy twine. This is the totally white. And I'm just going to wrap it.
You're doing great, Mom.
Thanks.
Can I do the O's?
Yeah, I gotta figure out what goes where. Okay, first. Actually, you know what? I think I might cut it in two because you can't see the background hardly at all. Okay, so I'm just going to cut this down right there in the middle. There we go. Okay, that's better. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to see the Lucky In at all. And then this one goes here. And this one goes down here. Yeah, that's better. I think we need something right here. What do you think? I think we need a little heart. I know. Let's punch out a little tiny heart. Do you want to go get my little punch? Or see which ones we have for die cut? Okay, so I want this little tiny heart to match perfectly, so I'm just taking this picked raspberry and kind of moving it around on it. Okay, so then I'm going to use some glossy accents to adhere this onto the card. The card.
You said card instead of card.
Oh, sorry. I meant card. Thanks for helping me.
I'm working hard, huh?
Mm-hmm.
This is actually really fun.
It is fun.
And you can help me if you want.
There we go. And then I'm just going to be taking my pen, my Wink of Stella pen. Put some shimmer on there.
I'm doing it double so it gets it really, really good.
Okay. And then I'm just going to take some glossy accents and place it on the very top of the heart here. And then I'm just going to give this whole thing just a very light Wink of Stella shimmer. And I'm not doing it really like super precise. I just wanted it to have a tiny bit of shine. And if you notice, I'm going from light to dark because I feel like the pink picks up a little bit on the pen, and I don't want that to go onto my yellow. Okay, this is the tip from Libby today. Go ahead.
If you have holes in your little thing.
This is called a die cut.
Die cut, and the die cut gets stuck in the print thing.
And then die. This is
and
a die.
Then just you know,
flip it over.
Flip it over, and then use a pin and poke it in the little hole, and then pop. It will come right out.
Good tip. Thanks for that tip, Bubs.
Mm-hmm.
You're awesome.
Don't you think?
So we hope that this inspired you to create something that is
perfectly imperfect.
And we will see you next time. Thanks
Bye.
for watching. Bye.